Good morning, grade sixes. We are going to be doing rate and ratio today. So on page 107, exercise 55A is about comparing quantities. If you look at the top of the page, they give you explanations for rate and ratio. Ratio is much more simple than rate. So let's start with that. Ratio is when we compare things that are similar. For example, if I were to compare dogs with cats, they are similar because they are both animals. So if there were 25 dogs at the SPCA and 46 cats, and I was asked to write those numbers in a ratio, I would say that there are 25 dogs to 46 cats. If I had 3 pigs, 2 ducks, and 7 geese, and I was asked to put those in a ratio, I would say that there are 3 to 2 to 7. 3 pigs, 2 ducks, 7 geese. So a ratio can consist of 2 numbers or more than 2 numbers. It is very important that you write them in the order that they are given to you. The pigs came first, so that number comes first. The ducks came second, so that number comes second. And the geese came third, so their number comes third. And that is ratio for you. Very easy. Rate, on the other hand, is a little more complicated. Rate is also comparing 2 quantities, but very different quantities. For example, 120 kilometers per hour. I'm comparing kilometers with hours. Kilometers are a measurement, hours are time. So I'm comparing different things to one another. Let's look at a problem using rate. If my car travels at 60 kilometers per hour, and I want to know how far I would travel in 3 hours, I am wanting to find out that 60 kilometers in 1 hour, how many kilometers in 3 hours? Well, what do I do to 1 to make 3? I times it by 3. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other side. 3 times 60 is 180. So, if I travel 60 kilometers in 1 hour, in 3 hours, I will travel 180 kilometers. What happens if I want to know how far I travel? Oh, sorry guys. How far I would travel in half an hour. What do I do to 1 hour to make half an hour? I cut it in half, don't I? I divide by 2. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other side. 60 divided by 2 is 30. So I know now that I will travel 30 kilometers in half an hour. You will use this method for all the questions in exercise 55A.